In the previous section, we talked about authentication. The purpose of authenticating the user was so that we can have them upload music to our application. We won't be able to connect their uploads to their accounts if they don't have accounts to begin with. We want to be able to associate the songs with the uploader. With authentication taken care of, the next step is to take care of uploading the song. We're going to dedicate a page for uploading songs. Creating separate pages for different parts of your application is a common task. This process is what's referred to as routing. In this section, we're going to explore routing in Vue. Routing is a simple concept. A URL is mapped to a specific type of content. If you visit a URL for an image, the server will respond with an image. If you visit a URL for a blog post, the server will respond with a blog post, so on and so forth. Routing is a job that was typically handled on the server. Here's an example of what routing looks like in a traditional application. A user makes a request. The request can be to any page such as the home page or blog post. The server will use its router to determine what type of content to respond with. It isn't a new concept or specific to Vue. This sort of thing is handled on the back end with languages like PHP, Java, or Python. In recent years, JavaScript has matured into a powerful language. Browsers are becoming evergreen. Routing is something that can be handled on the front end thanks to the growth of JavaScript. It's a feature that's supported in most modern frameworks like Vue, Angular, or React. This isn't to say that routing is entirely handled on the front end. It's become a shared responsibility along with the back end. In this scenario, the user will see a blank page until the server responds with content. This behavior goes for any page visit. The problem with this approach is that the client will have to re-download the resources to render the content. Even if the rest of the page looks the same, this includes things like the logo, navigation menu, and footer. Routing on the front end is slightly different. Instead of loading a new page, the router will respond with a component. The component acts as the container for the content. Routers will allow us to configure which components to render for specific URLs. We'll be learning how to do that in a moment. After a component is loaded onto the page, we have the option of making a request to the server for data. In the previous example, the server handles rendering the entire page with the content. That changes in this scenario. Instead, the server will respond with data for the requested page. It won't respond with markup or stylings. It's plain data. Formatting and presenting the data is left to the front-end application. The component is what will render the template with the data. This flow provides a better user experience because the user never has to reload the whole page. Only individual sections of the page change. This behavior has another benefit. We save on bandwidth. Requesting an entire page comes with a lot of data to transmit. Data, by itself, is small compared to an entire page. By limiting requests to data, requests become faster. This reduction in size will lead to pages loading faster. A faster loading time is a better user experience overall. In the resource section of this lecture, I provide a link to the Vue Router documentation page. This package is the official router for Vue. By default, routing is not provided or configured for you. You need to install a module to get routing capabilities for your application. I want to make one point clear. You're not forced to use the Vue Router library as your routing solution. You may find that it isn't a suitable solution for your project. There are alternatives out there. For this course, we will be using the official router. It is the most popular solution and is updated frequently. Installing the Vue Router module is quite simple. You can run the command npm install Vue Router. We don't have to install the Vue Router module because it's already been installed for us. We selected it when we were scaffolding a project with the Vue UI. On top of installing the router, it was configured for us. Let's review the configuration in the next lecture.